Good day, I'm Andrea Chisholm and this is your JIS News for Monday, August 31. Jamaica's PetroCaribe agreement with Venezuela could be broadened. Energy Minister Philip Paulwell made that assertion during this Sunday's Issues and Answers program. He was responding to lingering concerns that the late Venezuelan President Hugo Chávez's death signaled the beginning of the end for the program. Minister Paulwell says there's no immediate threat for the suspension of the energy program.
Under the current regime in Venezuela, I am confident that it's going to be sustained and even deepened into a new concept of an economic zone embracing all the member states.
The PetroCaribe agreement allows Jamaica to purchase oil at market value from Venezuela, but on preferential conditions that have benefited the island's development. A summit to commemorate the 10th anniversary of the agreement is scheduled to begin on September 5 at the Montego Bay Convention Center in St. James. National Security Minister Peter Bunting says Jamaica should be receiving more equipment by the end of the year to strengthen crime-fighting efforts. Through a partnership with the United States Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs, Jamaica should receive about 4,000 non-lethal weapon kits.
INL has arranged for us to receive body cameras, over 260 or just about 260 body cameras for deployment across a number of units at Hunts Bay, Halfway Tree, Central Police Station and Ellison Road Police Stations.
Minister Bunting says discussions will also continue to enhance Jamaica's capacity to combat the lottery scam. He says that for the January to August 2015 period, about 56% of the 247 murders in the western end of the island were linked to the lottery scam. And the National Security Ministry's Unite for Change initiative is extending its reach to communities in and around Bull Bay as it works to remove the facilitators of crime. Security Minister Peter Bunting says this will be supported by the recent upgrading of the Windsor Lodge Community Center and the after-school program it accommodates.
It's going to change how they see each other, how they relate to each other. Bringing 100 kids together or thereabout every evening is going to create a new dynamic, and if we can ensure that we imbue positive values, we focus on giving them positive messages, building their self-esteem, training them how to deal with things like dispute resolutions peacefully, how to talk it out, not fight it out, that they will even become change agents in their own families.
The company's Office of Jamaica GOJ says its recent amnesty was a success, with thousands of companies taking advantage of the opportunity to get compliant. During the amnesty, companies benefited from waivers or significant reduction in fees for the filing of annual returns, removal of companies from the register, and to close business names that were no longer in operation. It was planned for May 4 to June 30 and was later extended until July 31, 2015. More than 15,000 applications were processed for companies limited by shares and over 2,000 for companies limited by guarantees. 2,205 requests were received from companies wishing to be removed from the company's register, and nearly 1,400 requests for closure of a business were processed. The COJ introduced the amnesty to increase compliance among businesses. Jamaica's senior athletes continue to be praised a day after they ended the 2015 IAAF World Championships second on the medal table and second to none in securing 7 gold medals. The team also came away from Beijing, China with 2 silver and 3 bronze medals. In a statement on Sunday, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller said all the athletes who competed distinguished themselves and contributed valiantly to the country's illustrious performance. She noted that in the journey for greater national development, the entire nation could take inspiration from the examples of hard work, discipline, teamwork, and determination demonstrated yet again by Jamaica's athletes. Mrs. Simpson Miller also praised the coaches, support staff, sporting administrators, and the public for supporting the athletes. And finally, the Prime Minister has expressed sympathy to the government and people of Dominica for the loss of lives and damage to property caused by the recent torrential rains and high winds associated with Tropical Storm Erica. Mrs. Simpson-Miller says the storm's impact reinforces the vulnerability and the serious impact of climate change in the Caribbean region. In a condolence message to Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, she assured him that Jamaica stood in solidarity with the people of Dominica and was ready to assist with its rehabilitation efforts. And that's it for JIS News today. Amandra Chisholm, thank you for watching.